So, in this last chapter, or in this last section of chapter 12, now this is actually going to be the last thing that we are going to talk about in this course. So, if you have made it this far, I am very happy that you have made it this far and you are completing this Python course because this is the last thing that we're going to talk about in this course. And I am glad that you've made it up until this point. Now, the thing that we're going to talk about in this specific section is how exactly can we make our own Python libraries? That is, how can we work on our own Python libraries? I had explained that people sometimes might write a library and upload this to this website PyPy, which is the Python index for Python libraries. Now, how exactly can we make our own libraries locally? So I want you to create a new file and call it. Let's just create a new file here and call it my underscore library.py. Now, inside this file, we're just going to create a very simple function and we're going to call it greet. Now, what we're just going to do is this function is going to collect a name. And what we're just going to do is we are going to return a string. Now, we're going to return a formatted string. And this is going to be hello, the name of the person. Now, we have created this method or this function. How do we now make use of it in a different file? So what we can actually do is we can create a new file right here inside chapter 12, and we are going to call it test underscore module.py. Now we're just going to make use of this function which we have created inside a different file. Now, how exactly do we do this? We are going to say from dot import my library. Now let's explain exactly what is happening here. So when we say from dot, what that means is we're trying to reference the current folder that this current file which is executing is currently in. Now, if we look at this file, it's called test underscore module. Now, the test module file is inside chapter 12. Now, when we say from dot import my library, we're simply trying to import this file called my underscore library. So when we say from dot, we're saying from this current folder, import this file, which is my library. Notice that we didn't say import my library.py. We just simply typed the name of the file and we said import my library. Now, once we have imported this file, we actually have access to every single line of code which has been written inside this file. So that means that we can actually access this function. So what I can now do is I can come down and print my library.greet. And in here, I'm just going to pass in Solomon. So the reason why I can say my library.greet is because there is a function called greet, which is present inside my library. So when I say my library.greet, I am just trying to access this function, which is named greet. So I'm just also going to pass Solomon in as a parameter. So once I run this program, okay, now we can see that we have an error saying import error attempted relative import with no known parent package. So the reason why we're getting this error is anytime you are trying to create a package, that is, anytime you're trying to create your own module or your own package, we need to create a special kind of file inside the specific folder to let Python know that this folder is actually a package which we are trying to create. So inside chapter 12, I want you to create a new file, call it double underscore init double underscore dot py. So it is underscore underscore init underscore underscore dot py. So once I create that file, I don't actually have to even write anything in the file. But what we're just letting Python know is that this current folder, we want to treat it as a package. As such, we want to be able to import each of these libraries. We want to be able to import these libraries anytime we want to work with them, or import these files because the files are going to act like packages. So the moment I run this program again, sorry, not this one actually. Let me just clear my screen. So the moment I run this test module again, we shouldn't see that error being printed to the screen. So the reason why we're actually seeing this error is this is a wrong way of importing it. So what I actually meant to do, what I actually wanted to do was say import my library. So what we're just trying to do is we're trying to import this entire file into our program. So when we say import my library, it's just like in the previous section where we talked about this library. When we import random, we're importing random and all the methods or all the functionalities, functions that exist inside this random file. It's the exact same way we're importing my library. So when we import my library, it means we're going to have access to every single line of code, whether it is a function, a class, or a variable. We're going to have access to it. So that is why we can call my library.greet. So I'm just going to clear the error in my terminal. Now, once I run this program, I want you to see what happens. Now we see hello, Solomon being printed to the terminal. So what Python did was it just came to this file, took note of the function which we imported, which was it took note of the entire file. Then when we said does greet, it just ran this method. Now imagine we want to only import this specific function from this file. All we're just simply going to do is we're going to change this to from my library import greet, and I'm just going to remove this my library.greet, and all I can just do is print greet of Solomon. So once I clear my screen and run this, you are going to see that it's still going to work perfectly fine without any single error. Now, this is exactly how you can create your own, your own Python packages. So if, for example, you create a package that solves some kind of problem and you want to publish it online, this is exactly how you can start working on your own package. And people will just be able to, download and install it using pip, like how I had showed you. So if you've made your own package, all you need to do is just go to Google and literally just search for upload. You first of all have to register on this platform. Then you have to figure out, probably Google it, how to upload your own Python package to UIPI. I'm sure it's not so difficult. So this is the last video which we are going to, this is the last thing that we are going to talk about in this course. I hope this course has been incredibly helpful to you, and I have actually enjoyed filming this. I'm happy I've been able to, make this entire course. If you have any question whatsoever from all the 12 chapters that we have talked about, please feel free to reach out to me, and I will definitely be happy to respond and help out. Thank you for watching this entire course, and I'll be happy to see you in the next one.